Hello and welcome back to Diplomacy Hub, where today we delve into one of the most complex legal cases of the 20th century, the case of Augusto Pinochet. As the former dictator of Chile, Pinochet's rule was marked by widespread human rights abuses and political repression. After his immunity from prosecution was lifted, Pinochet's arrest in London sparked a legal battle that raised important questions about international law, national sovereignty, and human rights. Join us as we explore the legacy of Pinochet's regime and the legal and political implications of holding a former head of state accountable for human rights abuses. The case of Augusto Pinochet, former dictator of Chile, is one of the most controversial and complex legal cases of the 20th century. Pinochet's rule, which began with a military coup in 1973 and lasted until 1990, was marked by widespread human rights violations and political repression. His regime was responsible for the torture, disappearance, and execution of thousands of people. After Pinochet's rule came to an end, he was initially granted immunity from prosecution by the Chilean government. However, his actions came under renewed scrutiny in the 1990s, and efforts were made to bring him to justice. In 1998, Pinochet was arrested in London on charges of human rights abuses committed during his time in power. The arrest of Pinochet in London set off a lengthy legal battle, with numerous twists and turns. The case raised many questions about the legal and political implications of prosecuting a former head of state for human rights abuses. It also highlighted the difficulties of navigating international law and the relationship between national sovereignty and universal human rights. Pinochet's lawyers argued that he was immune from prosecution under international law, and that his arrest violated the principle of national sovereignty. However, many human rights activists and legal experts argued that no one should be above the law, and that Pinochet should be held accountable for the crimes committed under his regime. After a lengthy legal battle, the House of Lords in the UK ruled that Pinochet did not have immunity from prosecution, and that he could be extradited to Spain to face charges of torture and genocide. However, Pinochet was eventually released on health grounds, and he returned to Chile in 2000. The case of Pinochet continues to be a subject of debate and controversy. Some argue that he should have been held accountable for his crimes, while others argue that he was unfairly targeted for political reasons. The case also raised important questions about the role of international law and the relationship between national sovereignty and human rights. Despite the many complexities and controversies surrounding the case, the legacy of Pinochet's rule in Chile and the impact of his human rights abuses continue to be felt today. The case of Pinochet serves as a reminder of the importance of upholding human rights and holding those in power accountable for their actions. We hope this video has inspired you to think critically about the importance of upholding human rights and the impact of political power on people's lives. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more informative content. And as always, feel free to leave your thoughts and comments below. Thank you for your support.